All right, welcome back to the Crappy Dice, and we finally made it to chapter 2 of our adventure. We're traveling from the city of Alenia to Ramstead, as you can see. All right, so there's a ton of story. I'm not going to spoil it at all. Go see the Foreteller app or check the Spark Notes. And again, you're going to have more story, and then you're going to finally make it to the next story round called Ramstead Exploration. So for this, you're going to do exactly like you did for chapter 1. The first part here, use your XP, get new skills. Use your money, buy new items. Do all that stuff. Don't forget to add a unique item to the shop, and you can buy it. And so on and so on. Okay, after that, you're gonna have another side mission to accomplish. Now, I already did this. I did these 2 parts already. I might release the video for this. It was kind of a long one, so it's gonna be a pain to edit. But you can do those 2. And then when you're done this one, that's what we're at today. You're gonna do Venture Forth, which is the next mission. Now, before I start, a couple of things that I just want to note. This combat loot deck does get upgraded. We are going into common, so don't forget to follow the rulebook and reorganize the cards that are inside. And second, starting with chapter 2, if you've already done these missions, let me know how you did. If you found it fun, miserable experience, something unique that happened during your encounter, and so on and so on. Okay, here we go. Back to the story. We're gonna go to Venture Forth, which brings us to our first boss fight. Okay, we're gonna go investigate a house. We go into the basement, and there's this nice looking lady, as you can see over here with her eyeballs, in the basement that we have to fight. Okay, so win condition, take her out. Lost condition, everyone's defeated. We're gonna start here. She's there, and there's a bunch of eyeballs. So this boss fight has a ton of rules. Hopefully I don't screw that much stuff as I go. But let's go through it. First thing is she has ambush. So when we lay out the initiative card row, she's gonna move up 1 space. This is all the rules in regards to those eyeballs. Essentially, she has line of sight through the eyeballs. We can attack the eyeballs to get rid of them. They have defense 10, 2 purple, conviction check, and 5 health. So they're pretty easy to take down. Not that hard. There's also a rule that when she's hit, she's going to spawn more eyeballs. We got to roll the 2 purple dice and figure out how many we're adding to the board. And just a couple of extra special rules here. We do need to give somebody the tether token. Tether basically means whoever has this token, whenever she is dealt damage, they're going to suffer the same exact amount of damage, and if she heals, they're going to heal that amount as well. I'm going to give this to Zeke to start off, but I'll probably use a magic bomb right away just to remove this so I don't have to deal with it. And then there's another whole paragraph here. When we attack her for the first time, something very special is going to happen, so stay tuned if you don't know what that is. Okay, so let's put this big book away. Let's zoom in here. All right, let's get started. So we got our eyeballs here. They're going to start here. Let me put out my adventures. Let's say something like so. Does that look about right? Sure. Let me get her card, which is going to go sit right over here. So she's got 30 health and a ton of abilities. We're going to go through it when it's her turn, basically, and no point in going through it now. All right, sorry. Let me fix my camera. Okay, so let's figure out the initiative row. Let's cut this. All right, we're ready to go. So she's got ambush. She's going to move up 1 space. So we got Remy. We got Rook. We got Nightingale. We got Zeke. And look at that. I'm super lucky. Melody's going to go at the end, but again, she's going to move up. So let's do it like this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through all the characters, and just for the first round of the game, I'm going to analyze each character, and I'll tell you what specs I upgraded and how I intend to use those characters. Okay, so this is my beefed up Remy character. So the skill that I gave her is a very versatile skill. It's a friend over foe. So essentially, there's 2 different abilities you can exhaust. You can either dodge, or another ally may make an attack, ranged or melee, against an opponent you attack this turn. So if I go late in turn order, I'll probably use it for the bottom exhaustion. And if I go early in turn order, I'll probably use it for the dodge when somebody attacks me later on. Sort of type of thing. Very versatile card. I really like it. Then I gave her a cat suit, the Gene Tweaker. She's my assassin, so I gave her the Assassin's Blade. And the Ocean Cleaver is an awesome card. It's basically exactly the same as the Short Sword, except it has an added passive ability that it does extra damage equal to the amount of people adjacent to her. Okay, so it gives me extra damage. And I rolled 2 teal dice because this one's finesse light and that one's light as well. I do have the ability to dodge, counter, and all that stuff down there. So let's get going with her. let's spend 1 SP to move. Pretty simple. She's over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, ideally, I do want to be in the corner, so that if I can take out this eyeball, then when Melody activates, nobody's going to be in their line of sight. Actually, she can go over here, and then Rook can go take out that one. So let's move down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And go right next to this eyeball. Okay, and I'm going to attack it. Again, I roll 2 teal. And should I roll my Empower? I'm going to attack it, but I'm going to use my Blade Works. So if you remember Blade Works from the original missions here, it gives you a free attack. I guess I'll Empower it. Why not? Why not? I just really want to hit and make sure that I kill it. Now its defense is 11. Okay, because he's in hindered terrain, so it's defense 10, 11. So 11 minus 11 is 0. And then I gotta add my shields. So for my swords, every 2 shields is a 2 damage. So it's gonna be 2, 4 damage plus 1 because of my Ocean Cleaver. Remember this ability here at the bottom, get plus 1 damage for each adjacent opponent. So that's gonna be 5 damage in total, and that'll kill the eyeball. Pretty simple. Those guys are easy to take out. Okay, that's gonna be it for Remy. Do I really want to do anything else with 1 SP? No, I'm just gonna have a lot of dodging capabilities open to me. I could do like the shadows to move 2 spaces, but why would I move to be in line of sight of something? That doesn't make any sense to me. I could go here, but this would be able to see me. At least where I'm here, this eyeball can't see me, this eyeball can't see me, and this eyeball can't see me. So I think she's very safe where she is. Okay, so that was Remy. Let's take a look at Rook. Okay, so for him, the unique item I ended up getting at the shop was the oversized club, so I decided to equip it on Rook, and this is great. Again, I love the clubs that give you automatic empowered, saves you an SP every time you attack, so that's good efficiency. This one's pretty crazy. It gives me reach, and because it can give me reach, what I decided to do was go ahead and get the whirlwind ability, which basically attacks everyone in my SOI, or in my let's say threat range of 1 or 2 because of reach. I just have to spend an extra SP for that, which is pretty easy to do anyway. And then after that, I just got regular armor. I got this machine that lets me counter, and so on and so on. Nothing else has changed. So for him, I'm going to move. Let's see, see if I go all the way down here and take out this eyeball, unfortunately she still has line of sight to me because it's going to go actually right through here. I don't think this barrel actually stops it, right? Because you're going straight down the middle of these squares, and when you hit a middle of a square, you decide which side you want to use. So obviously she'll use the bottom side. So what I think I'm going to do, and there's no way for me to, unless I go directly on this spot, then she doesn't have SOI to me. Let's just see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna have to spend all my SP to get there, so that's not gonna happen. So let me just go on top of the eyeball here. Actually, I can go right over here. Nothing has line of sight to me, hiding behind this barrel. So I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna do an attack. It's gonna be 2 SP. Now he's got a huge club. Hopefully he can kill it with 1 swipe. It's gonna be 2 teal and a black. Defense 11 because it's hindered terrain. Let's see what happens. Yeah, there you go. 15 with a bunch of shield. It's already 4 damage. 6, 8, 10. 10 damage plus my hammer helm, another damage. Yeah, so it's done. Okay, that's the second eyeball. Right now I'm good. I believe all my characters, well, actually I need to take care of this eyeball. If not, I believe the line of sight, actually no, because there's a red thing right over here. Actually, this thing doesn't have line of sight to anything unless it's coming down right over here. So as long as these characters are over here, nobody has line of sight, so Melody won't be able to do her attacks against me. Okay, I think that's it for Rook. Is there anything else I needed to show you? Not really. Okay, so for Nightingale, what I gave her is kill the messenger. I guess she's been carrying a bow the whole time, so I gave her the ability, if she's holding a bow, a 2-handed bow, she can exhaust this so that the lowest die on a die could get flipped to the highest value, so it gives her more chances to hit, which is great because it it sort of combos well with Paradigm Assault. Considering I don't have that many rerolls with her except for my quiver, so that's what it is. Now I gave her the crossbow instead of the regular bow. I'm not too worried about range because with these arrows I get +1 range, so my range is 5, which is fine. She has brand new armor and a brand new pendant over here that could do some stuff. So I mean, let's get started here. I think I'm just going to spend one. By the way, this is from the story. Basically, I can exhaust this to reduce an action that I'm doing by 1 SP, but it's going to deal 1 damage to me. So by taking a damage, let's say I want to attack, it's going to cost me 1 SP instead of 2, just as an example. Okay, so to start off, first thing I'm going to do is I'll use Magic Bomb on the tether. So if you look at Magic Bomb, it says remove an effect from an ally within SOI. Well, the SOI is here. Zeke is definitely my SOI, and I'm going to remove the tether effect. This is a special effect. I'm assuming you can still remove it because it's an effect. So let me get rid of this. And I'm going to get rid of my Magic Bomb. Okay, after that, I already paid for my movement. So what I'm going to do is, I don't want to get into SOI because she's going to activate next. So what I'm going to do is just go right over here, actually. Actually, no, she can see me from here. So I'm actually going to hide right over here. And now she can't see me. The eyeballs can't see me. This eyeball can't see me. So her turn's going to be pretty simple. And I think that's all I'm going to do with her. Nothing else I want to activate. I can't really do anything. I mean, I could activate my mend. I might as well just do this now. Just so I don't forget later on to get my 2 heal tokens. And that's about it for her. Let's go see Melody. Okay, let's take a look. She's really powerful. Okay, you're gonna see 2 red dice, you're gonna get scared right away. So her melee is really strong. She's got 30 health, 12 defense. I hate enemies with more than 10 defense. They're always hard to hit. 6 movement, 0 armor, thankfully, so straight damage. Okay, so she's got nimble. It's the every time you're attacked each turn, you automatically dodge and get +1 to the defense of that roll. This is the whole thing about the eyeballs. If they're still on the field, then she takes no damage. All right, so let's go through her flowchart. Is there no adjacent opponent? Yes, there's no adjacent opponent, so she's going to activate the spell. And it says, spell 6 against all opponents within line of sight. Well, guess what? Nobody's in line of sight. So her line of sight is straight down the middle here. There's nothing. Everything else is blocked by the red stuff. This is the red barrier here, so he can see like this. There's nothing there. And again, him, he can see basically just this. And there's a barrel there, so he doesn't see anything. Okay, so then it says continue down. Are there any adjacent opponents? Obviously not. We're not there yet. So continue down. So actually, it doesn't do continue down. It's a no. So you go down the flowchart. So this is this one says continue down. You'll go down. But this one is a no. So then you go down. It's not a continue down. Then it says, is there an opponent within line of sight and this ability has not been used in this encounter? This is like a super duper Final Fantasy monster type of thing that's going to come out. Well, is there an opponent within line of sight and this ability has been activated? Well, there's no opponent within line of sight, so that's going to trigger down. Is there an opponent within line of sight? No. She's going to do nothing. Okay, we just went through her cards. Second round for sure she's going to do some stuff, but for the first round there's nothing. And because she did absolutely nothing and we're not going to attack her this round, I'm actually going to get an urgency token. I'm going to place it right over here. It's not likely that we're going to spawn 4 urgency tokens in this match because the map is so small, but I'll just put it anyway to be transparent. All right, so that was her. So now let's go to Zeke. All right, so for Zeke, well, you guessed it. I upgraded his staff. He's my magic dealer. This staff is pretty much identical to the last staff, except its casting is now a teal instead of a white. So that's going to be really handy. New armor, new pendant core here, and the same fate engine as before. Now, the skill that I gave him, obviously, if he's going down the green track, he's going to be my summoner as well. So sort of a mage summoner type thing. This is super powerful. You're basically adding another character to your squad. So when I spawn the character, I'm basically controlling 5 characters instead of 4 from now on. One of my favorite spells in the game, and it's really powerful. Okay, so I mean, let's go. I mean, I guess I'll move. So he moves at 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from here, I think he'll stay right over here. Because what he's going to do, he's going to chuck a euthanasia spell at the eyeball. And as long as I hit, well, the eyeball is going to disintegrate because it only has 5 health. So let's spend 2 SP here. I'm going to roll my casting, which is now a teal. I can't empower it, so it is what it is. And I rolled the highest die. I believe 7 is the highest. No, there's an 8. Well, anyway, 7 plus 6 is going to be 13. Now their conviction check is a measly 2 purples. So this is not likely going to defend. So double 1. That's awesome. Okay, so this eyeball is going to get obliterated. So it's done. And next, before Zeke's turn is over, I'm going to show you how the summoning works. So this is a flip ability, which means if you sort of have a mission where it goes into another mission without restoring, well, you can't use this again, but that character is going to keep going forward with your crew. So I'm going to flip this over, and it's going to spawn my my guy. It's also going to give me 2 summoning chits over here. Yeah. So which guy do I want to spawn? I think I'm going to need my tank. This guy is really powerful. He's like a tank, all physical damage. He's resistance physical. He's awesome. So let me put him on the board. Where's this token? Here you go. Now it has to spawn in my SOI, basically anywhere. I think what I'm going to do is, if you look here, my SOI reaches right over here. And I'm going to put him right here because then he's going to go attack this eyeball. His card goes right after mine. Where did I put his card? It's right over here. Boom. So after I'm done activation, he's gonna go. He's basically spawns exactly like an opponent would spawn if you trigger a totem. Okay, now I'm gonna put 3 SP on him. Okay, there you go. Oh, I lost my token. And that's about it. There's nothing else I really want to do with the Zeke. So yeah, so let's move on to the summon here. Okay, so it's his turn to activate. Sorry, I was deciding whether I still wanted him or the other one that you can summon, but I'm going to decide to take him for various reasons you'll see later. So he's going to act exactly like a regular character. He's going to generate his SP, and he can use his SP for abilities. I'm going to keep this card actually on the side because he doesn't have items or anything to use. So there's no point of showing you on the board here. But let's go through his card because the first time you're going to see it. So he's a phantasmal sword. He has flight, elusive, and resistance to physical damage, which is half damage from a physical source. The first time each turn that he's attacked, he dodges with a +1 shield. If this dodge is successful, I can end my current action. I may end the current action and all abilities. Then he moves 3 spaces and makes an attack. This guy is really, really powerful. That's why, you know, in my opinion, a little bit broken, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're going to go through his flow chart. So True Devotion, he basically explodes, kills himself, deals 4 damage to everyone around him, and the caster heals for that much damage. You really don't want to do this until he gets very low on health. Promise and Onslaught work well together. You get +1 to your attacks for every other attack you did that round, and Onslaught is just like Capesicles. You attack, then follow up attack, so you get 0, +1, +2 to your attacks as you go. And then Serrated Edge is just a straight up attack for 2 SP. All right, so he's really basic of attacking, but he's like a tank, and he's hard to take down. All right, so what he's going to do, he has 3 SP. He's going to use 1 to move and 2 to attack, so Serrated Edge. So put that SP on the side. All right, oh, by the way, I did forget to mention, all these summons, if you look at, I call them summons, but they're called Loyal Espers in the game. You see here, Loyal Esper. They have these stars, and this is just for scaling. These are going to use the exact same stats as your caster. So you're going to look at the stats of your caster. For example, here, I'm going to be attacking with a teal and an orange. All right, so that's his 2 dice here, and you're going to do the same thing for defense and health. Okay, so he's going to move. 1, 2, 3, let's just say I want to move there, and then I'm going to attack. So there's going to be a teal and an orange. Let's grab my dice. And let's see if I hit. I need to get an 11. And I got a 9, which is a miss. All right, so that's all he's going to do. Pretty simple. Let's put this card on the side. All right, that's going to be the end of the round. He's going to be added to the initiative row. So whenever his stuff shows up, he's going to activate. So let's get all my stuff ready. Now I'm really hoping that Melody does not go first, or else she's going to absolutely destroy my my sword here. So it's going to be Remy first, then Rook, seems like the same order as before, then Zeke, then Nightingale, then Melody, and then my sword's going to go last. Okay, so I think this is going to be pretty simple. I'm going to send Remy here to go attack the sword. Then I'm somehow going to have to get in there and attack Melody so that she can actually take damage. Because remember, as long as there's some eyeballs out there, she cannot take any damage. Yeah, and that's what I'm going to do. So let's go look at Remy. Okay, so let's give her 3 SP, unexhaust her stuff. Okay, so let's see what we want to do. I do have a blade works and like the shadows. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I can get here without using any abilities, so might as well. So I'll spend 1 SP here to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Adjacent to the eyeball here. Yeah, so let's attack it. I'm gonna use my blade works. I roll a couple of teal. I guess I'll empower it as well, just to make 100% sure. So let me use another SP to empower it. Just want to get rid of these eyeballs so that the maybe Rook can get in and deal a ton of damage. So let's see what happens. So it's an 8 and a bunch of shields. Not what I wanted to see. I'm going to re-roll one of those dice. Let's go right over here. I'll re-roll the 4. Now I need to roll a 7 or an 8 on this to hit. But if I hit, I'll pretty much kill it. So it's what, a 33% chance? I got an 8. Perfect. So it's going to be 12 minus 11 because it's hindered terrain. 1 damage plus 2 shields here is 3 damage. Plus 2 shields here is 5 damage. Plus my ability Ocean Cleaver, 6 damage. That's going to kill the eyeball. So that's perfect what I wanted. Okay, now she's got 2 SP left. Is there anything I want to do with this? I guess I'll use in the shadows to move here. I guess. Maybe get into hindered terrain so I get some extra defense. Or you know what? Maybe I'll hide behind the red stuff. Yeah, let's go hide. So I'm actually going to go hide right over here. Just in case she's launching a spell, she actually doesn't see me right now. And I think that's going to be it for her. She still has all her abilities ready to go. Okay, so now it's going to be Rook. Now let me see how many spaces away she is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, a little trick in this mission. You really want to attack her the first time, either in this space over here or this space over here, and you'll see why when I attack her. So what I'm going to have to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 8, 9. So I'm gonna have to spend 2 SP to move. That's unfortunate, but I have no choice. All right, so let's spend 2 SP to move. Unfortunately, by spending that, I won't have enough to attack. I'll figure that out in a bit. So let's move 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're gonna go right here. Now for this scenario, very important, you're gonna want to attack her either from this spot or this spot, and you'll see why in a couple of seconds. But from here, now I want to do an attack. So do I waste my my fight drive, or do I use a potion to get an extra SP? I guess I'll use, I don't really want to use my potions because they're really powerful. So let me use my fight drive, might as well. I mean, this might come back to bite me later, but let's do that. Now that's going to be an attack. 2 teal and a black. Now she has nimble, so the first time each turn that she's attacked, she dodges. That's going to be 3, and she gets a +1 to this, so it's 4. So that's a 16. So I need to roll boxcars on this to do any damage or to hit. Not likely. Yeah, I rolled a 10, so that's a miss. But more importantly, I do have this, and that's why I picked it up for this guy. So I can exhaust this item, the core. When resolving an attack you made, if the attack missed the target, make attack against the same target. So this is great against characters with nimble, because sure, they'll be nimble against the first attack, but guess what? The second attack is going to come through, and you no longer have nimble. All right, so now I'm going to, now she lost nimble. This is going to be straight up a 12 to do damage. Come on, let's get that 12. And I got an 11. Oh, so close, but and I got a miss. So what I'm going to do is definitely exhaust my hammer helm here. This lets me reroll any number of dice in my dice pool. So I'm going to reroll the 5 and the skull. Now, if I can get a 6 and some shields, I'm looking good. If I can get an 8 and 4 shields, that would be the best case scenario. So let's do it. I got a 7 and a couple of shields. That's not bad. Okay, so I definitely hit. So let's do some damage. So it's going to be 13 minus 12. We're looking at 1 damage. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, and every 2 shields is 2 more damage. So it's 1. These 2 shields, we're going to make it at 3. These 2 shields, we're going to make it at 5. With Hammer Helm, I deal an extra 1. Is there anything else I can do? Nope, not at all. So that's going to be 6 damage in total. So I'm going to track her health right over here, I guess. So 6 out of 30, a fifth of the way there. So now something special is going to happen. So I'm going to go look at the book just to make sure that I get it right. But she's going to add some of her friends to the battlefield. All right, so I checked, and she's going to spawn because she's a mage summoner as well, almost pretty much exactly like Zeke. She's going to spawn a couple of her summons or opposing espers here. The twins called Ava and Hope. One of them is more of a melee character, and the other one sort of does some magic attacks. Okay, so let me put their cards up here. We're going to probably visit their stats shortly. And they're going to be added to the card row. Unfortunately, they're going to be added right after Rook, so we're going to get attacked right away. And I get to decide where I want to put these things. They have to go adjacent to the person who dealt the damage, and that's why it's important to go this spot or this spot, because they have insane flanking abilities. They do backstab, flanking, all that stuff. So you don't want to have them here where they can flank or here where they can flank. You don't want to get flanked by these guys. You're going to get absolutely destroyed. So let's see. Let's say I want to put the melee character right over here. And let's say I want to put the mage character right over here, because the mage character will be able to attack only Rook, and she'll be able to do her attack as well. Now, I'm not done with Rook. I still have 1 SP left. I think it's a good time to do my... Oh, sorry. One more thing. We did need to add another eyeball to the battlefield. I can't forget. This is very important. So I'm going to roll the 2 purples. Now, if I roll above a 9, then we're going to add 2. And if I roll under 9, we're only adding 1. So I'm praying to roll less than a 9. So I rolled a 7, which is great. So this has to go on this tile farthest from any character. So this is 1, 2 spaces. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I guess it's a tie. I guess I can put it here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Does that make sense? Or maybe it should go here. You know what? If I get to choose, I'm going to put it over here because it's the same distance. And I'll put it right here. I'll double check the rules. It might have to be where it's most detrimental to us, which is going to be in the open. Or I'll put it here, but I'll just double check the rules later. Okay, so that's going to be it for Rook, I believe. Oh, not really. So he has 1 SP. I can use my Bottle of Blessing and then do a whirlwind against everyone around me, which would be insane. But the problem is they have Nimble as well. Let me look at their card. So they have Nimble. So if I do my whirlwind, they're gonna roll their defense, add their defense, and it's gonna be just really hard to attack them. So I'm actually gonna save on my SP, and that's gonna be it for Rook. There you go, done. Plus I can use that SP to dodge because I'll probably need to dodge with the upcoming attack coming up. Actually, wait, this one has to be kind of random. Which one goes first? Let's actually shuffle this. Not looking. So she's gonna go first, and she's gonna go second. So it looks like Hope, and then Ava. So now Hope is sort of the magic dealer. All right, so let's go in order here. So for the first time that we're going to activate Hope's card, let's go through it. The other one's going to be very similar. So she's the magic person, so she gets to re-roll her attack roll every turn if she misses. Best friend, she has Nimble, Elusive, Provoke 2. While her twin is on the board, they also gain Backstab and Resistance to Magic. That's why you don't want to have them flank you, because that's going to be very painful. Resonance here, each time that she rolls a star, during an attack, cast a spell 6 against 2 different opponents within her sphere of influence, and then the damage is going to be equal to the casting die. which I believe is a black and a teal. Okay, so let's go through her flowchart. Pretty simple. The first time, could she attack, otherwise move towards somebody? But yes, there's somebody an attack within reach 2. Actually, just Rook. We're looking at the purple character. Can't get them mixed up, but she's the magic dealer. Rook's the only one in reach 2. So her attack's going to be straight up 2 red, and it has a star attached to it because it's the first attack up here. So let's see what happens. So that's a hit. I forgot where she was. I think she was there. So this is going to be 13 minus 11 is 2 damage. Plus the shield is +1, so that's 3 damage. Plus the star, 5 damage. I have armor's physical attack, so I have armor 2, so that's going to be 3 damage in total. Not horrible. Let's give that to Rook. Alright, so she did her attack. She got a star, so now she's going to do this. So the first time each turn that she rolls a star, cast spell 6 against 2 different targets. 1, 2, 3, 4. This actually, she only has line of sight in her SOI against Rook, so that's the only person she's actually going to cast against. So it's going to be a black and a teal. So hopefully she gets a skull, so she damages herself. Can we be that lucky? Oops. So she actually got a 5 plus 6, which is 11. Now my conviction check is a teal and a purple. So I need to get an 11 or I'm going to eat some damage. So that's an 8. So I'm going to heal. I'm going to take some damage. So that's going to be a purple. Sorry, a teal. So it's going to be straight up this as damage. 8 damage. Wow. Okay. So let's take a 5. And just like that, Rook is almost dead. It's a really tough challenge. So 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 out of 20 damage or something. So already halfway. Okay, so she's done her attacks. Right, then if Hope is not already flanking, so she's not flanking, she will move to be within reach 2 of the farthest opponent possible. Okay, so the farthest opponent is obviously here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Her movement is 6, I believe. Yeah, it's 6. So that's what she's going to do. She's going to move to be reach 2 of the farthest opponent. And then there's some extra stuff about flanking, but we don't care about that. She's done. Okay, now we're going to go to Ava, who's going to absolutely wreck Rook now. Okay, so let's go through this here. The same exact thing. Reroll the dice, nimble, elusive, provoke 2, and the backstab thing. Okay, so is she flanking an opponent? No. She's gonna go here. Can she move and attack an opponent within reach 2? Well, yes. She can move pretty much to attack anyone in reach 2. Move to be reach 2 of the farthest opponent possible. If Ava can flank a target, she will attempt to flank the farthest opponent possible. So the flank, if she actually makes it here, she can actually flank Zeke. So let's go to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So she's going to move there to flank. Well, it's reach 2, so she can either be here or here. I guess she'll go here just to get the hindering terrain bonus. So there you go. That's it. Then make an attack within reach 2. This attack gains follow-up, make an attack. If Ava has made at least 2 attacks, then this can be really painful if she gets both attacks, and she's going to get 3 attacks, and the third attack has a +6. So Zeke for sure is going to dodge both of these attacks. So he's going to use 1 SP. Actually, he's going to use his vest. So I'm going to use a token on the vest here. So as you can see here, I can exhaust this to dodge, and if he successfully dodged the attack, I get the counter. And passive, when making a dodge, if you don't roll a skull, I get +1 to my rolls. Okay, so she's gonna go. Her 2 attacks are a black and a red. Well, I get to dodge first, so let's see what I dodge at. Well, that's awesome. +5, so my dodge is 16. With the dodge, it's 16, because 4 + 1 + 11, that's 16. She misses, but again, she gets to re-roll. Remember her ability up here, she gets to re-roll, so she's trying to get 16. And she got 11 and a miss, so she completely misses. That's awesome. So she doesn't get to do her follow-up attack. And then if she made at least 2 attacks, which she didn't, So she's done. Awesome. Good job, Zeke. She can basically one-shot kill anyone if she's able to get all her attacks with the backstab and all that stuff. It's a murder fest. Okay. There you go. Now let's go to Zeke. By the way, she was supposed to get +1 to her attack because of the flank, but 11, 12, she still would have missed. Okay, so don't worry about that. Let's go to Zeke now. Let's give him his 3 SP. Man. Okay, I guess he's gonna launch some spells. So he's gonna spend 2 out of the 3 here to do euthanasia. I guess I'll empower it. And now who do I want to attack? Unfortunately, these guys have magic resistance, but I just need to hit just so that I can get wilt on them, because wilt is going to be really important in this fight. Let me attack the... man, they both have super strong protection against magic. Let me attack the magic dealer, I guess, because physical damage, at least my sword can sort of protect against that. So I'm going to attack purple. So my casting is a teal, and I empowered it. Let's see what's up. Now if I roll a skull, I'm going to cry. So that's not great. It's just 3 plus 2, it's 5, so an 11. And they protect with a green. The first time we're going to see a green die. It goes up to 9. Oh, green and teal. They need to roll an 11 on this. It's almost guaranteed. Let's just double check. Oh my god. They roll a 9 and a 6, 15. There you go. They protected against it. But again, I get my +1 here. And this. So I might as well use my last SP to gore shot, I guess. Let me gore shot, and I'll also no, you know what? Should I just keep it for next round? Yeah, let's keep it. Let me just try to gore shot it, you know. Although I might be dead with this flanking, there's a good chance I'm dead. But let's try. So 5, again 11. So it's going to be a teal and an orange. Let's see if they can get 11. And yeah, they got 13. So there you go. I'm done with Zeke. That was a pretty depressing turn. I can't even move out of the way because they're both going to break attack me to death. I'm going to get absolutely hammered and murdered. So that's going to be it. So let's go to Nightingale, who I think is just going to attack, because she can't move either, because if she moves, she's in provoke range and she's going to get provoked. Now the good thing about her not moving is she gets +1 to her attack because of actually no, she doesn't, because that was the other bow that I was holding. Dope. Okay, so let's gain back our SP. So she has 5. She can do 2 attacks. I think that's probably good. And I can pull, which will break the flanking, which I think I have to do. So let's spend 2 to attack. I can't boost this at any point. Let me spend these 2 to attack. And you know what? I'll empower it as well if I can hit. But they have nimble. So you know what? Let me not empower the first one. I'll empower the second one, because they have nimble. They're probably going to dodge the first one. So that's going to be a teal and an orange. Teal and an orange. Now they're nimble, so they're going to dodge with 3, 4. Their dodge is 16. I don't even think I can roll 16 on these 2 dice. Oh my god, 11. All right, that was a good attempt, but no go. Then I'm going to spend all 3 to do another attack. So I'm going to empower it this time. So it's going to be a teal and an orange. Now I'm trying to hit it's actually a 13 I'm trying to hit, because they're in their stupid hindered terrain. So that's going to be this. All right, let's try it. I got a 9. Let me try to re-roll that with the quiver ability here. Re-roll this 3. Oh, there you go, 13. So it's going to be 13 minus 12, because of hindered terrain, is 1 damage. Double shield is 3 damage. Woo! I dealt it 3 damage. Not bad. Now, what I'm going to do is use this. They don't have armor, right? Yeah, they don't have armor. So this, I can exhaust it, whatever, armor piercing, whatever, they don't have armor, but I can exhaust this. A figure within range 4 is pulled 4, the force is a 10. Now it's not likely going to happen because they're conviction check is so high, but I'm gonna try to do it anyway. So let's do it like this. I'm gonna roll. Actually, I don't have to roll anything. The force is strictly 10. So their check again is green and a teal. So if they don't get a 10, then I'm gonna pull the purple one closer to me. And they got a 13, so obviously they don't get pulled. And I think that's the end of that. There's not much else I can do with Nightingale. Actually, what I will do is use this ability 1 time per round, just so I can give everyone else 1 SP to do more dodging. Let me give this to her. Go quick on everyone's board and just give them an extra SP. All right, so that's done. Now, should I attack again? Because she doesn't have nimble at this point. I think it's probably... Oh, I was supposed to do Paradigm Assault as well. Whoops. That was the whole point of attacking. So Paradigm Assault. So I'm going to give... I guess I'll give Barrier to Zeke. He's the only one I can give a bonus to. And it looks like he's going to get attacked. So let me give him Barrier. Maybe it'll help him stay alive just a bit longer. You know what? I think I'm going to keep my SPs to dodge because I won't be able to do Paradigm Assault again this turn. Also, I did forget, if I roll the lowest value here, I get to reroll, but I don't think any of my rolls had the lowest value, so that's okay. Alright, so that's going to be it for Nightingale. Let's go look at Melody's card. Okay, Melody's going to go next. So let me look at her card. Okay, is there no adjacent opponents? There's somebody adjacent to her, so she's going to go to this one. Is there an opponent adjacent? Yes. Make a separate attack against each opponent within reach 2. So that's going to be both an attack against my summoner, Mr. Z, and Rook. So for Rook, let's spend an SP to dodge that. Oops. Turned to a 3 for some odd reason. There you go. So let's dodge. I got a 2, so that's going to be 13. Her damage against me is this minus 13, and it's a 12. It's a miss. Fantastic. Okay. Then she's going to do an attack against the sword. Now he has defense 11 and he has physical resistance, so it's going to be damage divided by 2. So it's an 11, so that's a hit. Looking down the card, each book is +1 magic damage. Oh, unfortunately, he doesn't protect against magic damage. And each star is 2 damage, so it's going to be straight up just 2 damage. Actually, that worked out pretty well. So let me go get a 2 damage, and I'll put it on my sword. Okay. All right, so let's keep reading. Let's not waste time. Then swap spaces with the farthest opponent. Well, let me read this again. So within line of sight, so it doesn't even have to be in their SOI. Farthest opponent is going to be actually the sword. SOI. So this is in the sorry, this is in her line of sight. This is in her line of sight. He's not in the line of sight. He's not in the line of sight, and she's definitely not in the line of sight. So she's actually going to swap with the sword. Okay. Then it says continue down. Okay, and this is where they're going to deal us a ton of damage. Is there an opponent within line of sight and this ability has not been used this encounter? This is going to activate. Summon the Exalted Esper, so Final Fantasy style. Thing's going to come, deal us a ton of damage, then it won't get activated again for this whole encounter. Alright, but it is really powerful. Against the opponent with the highest total armor value within line of sight. Sorry, summon it against the opponent with the highest total armor value within line of sight. Well, she has 2 armor and he has 2 armor, and they're both within line of sight. Because remember, actually, she doesn't have line of sight. Still has to be in SOI, right? No, within line of sight. Well, either way, it's going to be Remy because she's the tiebreaker, so I don't even have to calculate line of sight. It doesn't matter. So it's going to be definitely Remy. So let's go look at the super duper Minos the Contractor card over here. An opponent within SOI is dealt magic damage equal to the number rolled using both their conviction dice, then inflict condemn. All right, so I'm going to give condemn to Remy over here. And Remy's conviction check dice are a teal and a white. So she's gonna get this worth of damage straight up with this card. Oh, 6. It's actually really good. It's not that high. So I'm gonna give 6 damage to, considering I could have rolled like 12, 13, or 14. I'm gonna give 6 damage to Rem. Oh, sorry, wrong character. But there you go. She got 6 damage, and I gotta give her Condemn. Condemn is at the start of her turn, she needs to roll the black die, and if she rolls a skull, she's defeated. 1 in 6 chance. Not likely, but you know, everything's possible. And then my sword is gonna go, right? So let's go back to my sword. Voila. Okay, now I got a couple of options with my sword, but I think I'm gonna go attack those twins. Oops, got to switch this over. All right, so they move at. She moves at. His movement's only 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 5, 6. I'm gonna have to use 2 SP to move twice, which is not. No, I'm gonna spend 2 SP to move where I want to move. So that's gonna be 4, 6 movement. He's flying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 6. No, 6. I'm gonna stay right there. All right, so I can attack this girl next turn. All right, and she's gonna carry over 1 SP into next turn, just like that. Okay, that's gonna be it for the round. Sorry, that was a long one. Had to backtrack a couple of times forgetting some of the rules. But this is probably, if they go early in turn here, man, Zeke's gonna fall. He's gonna get murdered, and Rook and Remy don't look great either. Okay, so let's see who's gonna go first. Oh boy, looks like a twin is gonna go. Turn them all over. Well, the good thing is Melody goes last. Okay, so Hope's gonna go first. Let's see if she's gonna merge. All right, sorry, I had to backtrack because I misread something. She actually needs to roll the star to do this and not get the star. The star only affects her her base damage. So the attack that I did previously, I'm gonna go back and fix the health, but that wouldn't have been a magic attack that went off. All right, sorry about that. So now let's go through her thing. She's gonna attack. So can she attack somebody reach 2? Yes, she's gonna attack Zeke. Remember, the tiebreaker is the initiative. She's gonna get flanking. So this is gonna be 2 red. Now I'm gonna definitely dodge that. So I roll my dodge. So I get 1 plus 1 because the armor, so 2. So I'm at 13. Now she's trying to hit 13 on both of these. So she gets plus 1 because of flanking. And she missed. 9. Perfect. Okay. And she didn't roll the star. If I'm reading, sorry, the attack gains a star, but she didn't roll a star, so this wouldn't get triggered. So sorry about that. Then if she's not flanking a target, well, she is flanking, so she's not going to do any of this. Okay, so she's done. Pretty simple. She missed both of her attacks, thankfully, because that could have hurt a lot considering the backstabbing nature of what's going on here. Okay, now let's go on to Rook. Where is Rook anyway? He's over here. I'm thinking he can go over here, do his whirlwind, and he's gonna destroy this thing, and then that'll attack Melody for some damage as well. Okay, so let's unexhaust my stuff. Get 3 SP. Let's use 1 to move. Yeah, let's move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go right over here. And now from here, let's use 2 SP to do a whirlwind attack. And this lets me attack everyone adjacent to me. That's going to be 2 teal and a black. Now I'm going to attack the eyeball first because I need to get rid of it so that I can then attack Melody and it'll be damage instead of the damage going to the eyeball, obviously. So I do definitely want to re-roll these if I don't hit the eyeball. So that's going to be an 11. All right, their defense is only 10, right? Because they're not in hinder terrain. So that's going to be 1 damage with the double shield. It's going to be 2 damage with the hammer helmet. It's only 1 damage. Oh, so I don't quite make it. So I'm going to re-roll that 4 and hope for the best. Right here. Oh man, I really need this to hit. If this doesn't hit, then my attack against Melody will be pointless. All right. Woof! That was really lucky. So I'm gonna slaughter this eyeball. Unfortunately, I lost my my reroll now. Yeah, so now it's gonna be the whirlwind attack on Melody. So I get to reroll, but again, she's nimble, so she's gonna get to dodge. She doesn't dodge. Wonderful. Okay, so here we go. So I need minus 12. That's gonna be 11. Okay, but remember, if I exhaust this, I can re-roll one of my attacks. Oh, I really need this to hit. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And I missed. Oh, and I would have hit. Okay, well, there you go. That's how it goes sometimes. So I'm done with Rook. Is there anything else for me to do? I got 1 SP. I can try to attack again using a potion. But again, I'd rather keep the potion so that I can attack next turn twice. Or use Whirlwind again. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna keep it like that. Probably use Whirlwind next turn, or use that one to dodge. Okay, so she's done. Now let's go to my sword here, which is right over here. So let me, whoops, get his card. Now he's gonna generate. He was already at 1 from last turn. Remember, he didn't do much. He's gonna gain 3, so he's gonna be at 4. All right, so let's see what I want to do with this guy. I could attack her. Now he's elusive, so technically if I go here, I'm going to cause a flank. Alright, so I'm going to actually move. So I'll spend 1 to move, so that leaves me with 3 SP. And with 3 SP, I'll do Onslaught with Promise. So that's going to be all his SP. Alright, so I'm going to move. I'm going to go right over here. I'm going to get flanking here, bonus +1. It basically negates her hindered terrain over here. I really need to get these guys off hindered terrain because that's really painful. I'm gonna need to hit 13 to damage. Okay, so I'm gonna do Promise, so tap this. I'm gonna do make an attack. So my attack dice are pretty garbage. It's gonna be an orange and a teal. Now they have nimble, so roll. So they have +4, 13, +17. I can't even roll 17, so it's pretty much automatically blocked. There you go, 10. That's going to be it for him. Unfortunately, that was kind of useless. Maybe I should have taken the other summon. It would have been handier. Okay, that's it for him. Now it's going to be Zeke's turn, who's still in a terrible position. Okay, so for Zeke, let's give him his 3 SP. Now let's see. Do I do Euthanasia with an Empower? That's going to be 3, and I'll use my +1 while I'm at it. So let's try that. 3... Euthanasia. Is there anything else that I can use? Not really. So let's do that. So an empowered. My casting is a teal. Yeah, teal. Let's do that. I'm gonna target the purple one. She's already damaged. I can deal with 6 damage plus give her wilt. Wilt's gonna be important. That's gonna be a horrible roll. They only need a 9. Definitely gonna block that. Oh, man, these terrible rolls. And they got a 9. Oh, actually, wait. I get +1 because I used my my +1. So wait, I rolled a 3. Oh no, I counted it. Well, actually no, I have a 10. So 3 + 1 is 4, plus my 6 is 10, and they rolled a 9. Wow, I actually hit with that low of a number. That's very lucky. So I'm gonna give it wilt, and they're at 9 damage. All right, so I'm gonna carry that with them. So 9 out of, how much damage do these guys have? Health is the same as the caster, so 30 health. So 90 health in total with these characters. This is going to be crazy. Now, I'm going to, might as well cast a Gore Shot as well. Cast a Gore Shot. It's going to be straight up a teal. I don't get to empower it. Ooh, 8. That's nice. 8 + 6, 14. Let's see if they can block this 14. No, they got 9 again. That's going to be another 2 damage. All right, we're getting there. So they're going to be at 11. Now, I think I'm going to damage myself twice to deal an extra 2 damage. Yeah, I think it's probably a good idea. So with Gore Shot, I could damage myself for 2 to deal 2 more damage to this guy. So let me give it a 1 and turn this into a 6. Okay, well, Zeke still got 1 SP left. There's not much he can do with this. He's probably going to save it to dodge a future attack. So he's pretty much done. Okay, Nightingale, get 3. It's on exhaust. Okay, so like usual, let's spend 2 to attack. I'm going to attack the purple one, might as well. So she's going to use Nimble skill. So that's going to be +2, so 14. And my attack is a teal and an orange, so I need to get a 14 to do any damage. I got a 14, that's a hit. But it's actually gonna be more than 2 damage. So it's 14. I missed. Wait, let me take that back. I actually missed. Sorry. Let's go back. I'll remove haste. I actually missed. I forgot to include the hindered terrain. That's there. Easy to miss, but it is there. So I would have needed a 15 and I rolled a 14. So that would have missed. I took back the damage, I took back the thing, and I'll actually unexhaust this. Sorry. So let me attack again. A little backtracking there. Now I'm going to try to get it's actually a 13. Let's see, they're done. Yeah, 13. I got to get these guys off the hindered terrain. So I got an 11. Might as well reroll with this. I'll re-roll the 5, and I got a 10, so that's a miss. And I guess I'm gonna show you the and I never rolled a 2 on that die, so I can't even use my kill the messenger. So I guess I'm gonna use my infection ability here. It's gonna deal me 1 damage. Get a 1 damage chit, so that I can attack again with the 1 SP. And again, it's going to be an orange and a teal. If I roll a double 2, that's awesome, because I could turn them into the highest values. Well, I got a 2. So this is going to turn into a 8, because I've killed the messenger, because of this. So let me exhaust that. All right, and now I actually hit. So 13 minus 13, that's a hit. The double shield is 2 damage. The star is 2 damage, according to my crossbow. The crossbow is awesome, 2 damage because of this. So we're looking at 4 damage, plus the wilt, an extra 2 damage, so that's going to be 6 damage in total. Boom, just like that. That ended up pretty good. Now I get to do my Paradigm Assault, and we already know I'm going to give haste to Zeke. And now she's out of everything. I'm going to actually try to do this pull thing. Try to pull her out of the hindered terrain. So this is going to be a straight up force 10. So they're trying to get 10 on this, pretty much guaranteed, unless they get snake eyes. And they got an 11. Oh, barely. Okay, so she's not going to get pulled. And I think that's it. Okay, so that's it for Nightingale. Oh, now Ava's going to go absolutely wreck Zeke. Okay, so for Ava here, she's gonna attack Zeke for sure. So is she flanking opponent? Yes. Then it says make an attack with reach 2, and that gains follow-up make an attack. And her dice are 2 red and a black, which is empowered. But before I do, Zeke is definitely going to use his shield here to tap so that he can dodge. And if he successfully dodges, then he can counter, and he gets +1 to his roll. So let's see what happens. Well, guess what? He doesn't dodge. Okay, so she's going to try to hit him and deal a ton of damage. So it's going to be this minus 11. Well, that's a hit. Thankfully, it's a bunch of different books, and books do nothing, but it is a hit. So it's going to be 13 minus 11. That's 2 damage. Each shield is 1, so it's going to be 3 damage in total. Now, actually, if I read this card correctly, it says reduce physical damage dealt to you from, oh, it's ranged attacks. Dope. Ability of deflection. So that's going to be 3 damage to Zeke. Right, so he's at 5 damage. And then follow up, make an attack. Okay, so he's going to make an attack. Again, the same attack. You know what? I'm going to spend the SP to dodge that. So let's see, a dodge. Oh, now that's good. I'm going to gain +4. So it's 11 + 4, 15. So this is going to be hard to hit, actually. So this minus 15. Oh, good. Oh, actually, no. He still hits. This is a 9, not a 6. Oh, no. So 16. That's a hit. Oh, a ton of shields. Oh, this is going to be painful. So 16 minus 15 is 1 damage, but each shield is a damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 damage plus the 2-star. 7, 8, 9 damage. Boom. I'll take a 10. Put back a 1. So now Zeke's sitting at 14 damage taken, which is almost dead. Okay, there you go. So she did her 2 attacks. Then move to be 2 spaces away from the opponent she is flanking if she can still flank after moving. Well, the thing is she can't move back 2 spaces because then she won't be flanking. So she is done. Okay, Remy is finally up. Okay, let's unexhaust her abilities. Oops. This is a tough fight. Very tough fight. You have to be very strategic and very lucky. So I'm going to give her 3 SP. So she's at 5, which is great. So first thing first, I think I'm going to do like the shadows. I think I'm going to have to take care of these twins first. Because she's just really hard. I mean, yeah, let's do that. So she's going to move like the shadows. At least take out one of the twins, because this flanking is actually pretty brutal. Oh, duh. I actually did forget to add the flanking bonus when she hits Zeke with the backstab. So I actually have to give Zeke 4 more damage. Sorry about that. Man, I keep forgetting. So I'll give her 4 more damage. So he's at 15, 16, 17. He's at 18 out of... Wait, he might have just died. 18 out of, let's see, 6. Sorry, he's going to take 1 less because of barrier. So he's at 1 life left. He's got 1 SP, 1 HP. Yeah, he's at 1 HP left. Okay, so probably, man, I can't even heal him if I'm here. Okay, hopefully he goes earlier in turn order next round. Okay, so Remy's gonna go. She's there. She's gonna use. She's got 5 SP, all this stuff. So let her use the Blade Works first. She's gonna try to hit her. With a, she's got nimble. Oops. So that's going to be +4, +1, +5, 17. I don't even think I can get 17. So let's just fail this attack. Oh my god, I got 15. Well, even with 8 and 8, I can't even hit 17. So you know what? She would have blocked it anyway. I don't even know why I rolled. Okay, so that was my first attack. Oh, by the way, I had to roll for condemn. Whoops, sorry about that. A lot of stuff to keep track of when you're playing by yourself. So I don't get defeated. It's only 1 in 6. Alright, so let's now attack with all my stuff. Ideally, this sword would not have been there. Sorry, this one, so that I can go there and do my backstab flanking thing, because she's my assassin. It kind of sucks that he's there. Unless she moves there, or maybe there. So maybe if she flied 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it's too late now. She already did an attack. So you know what? She's just gonna keep attacking. Let's do 2 SP to attack. Let's not empower it. I just want to deal straight up damage, I think. Yeah, let's do that. You know what? No, let me empower it. So it's going to be 2 teal with a black. Now technically I haven't moved yet, but I'm going to suffer from a freaking break attack if I try to leave. And she rolls 2 red and a black. Alright, so let's roll this. This is going to be minus 13. That's ridiculous. So that's 11. That's not bad with a bunch of shields. So let me re-roll that 4. See what happens. 4 again. Oh, so I missed my attack. No! I'm debating whether I should just move and go after her. It's probably a better thing. But then I'm gonna suffer a break attack if I fly. Then she won't give me a break attack. But no, this round I think I'm good. I'm gonna stay there. She's done. All right, and then Melody's gonna go. Absolutely wreck Rook now. Is there no one adjacent? No. Is there an opponent adjacent? Make a separate attack into each opponent The only person that she has a reach to is rook, so it's going to be double red. Let's see, for rook, can't really do much about it. Let's just see what happens. That's a 7, so that's a miss, thankfully. And then it says swap spaces with the farthest opponent that you can see, line of sight. Well, only can see one person, so it's going to swap there. And then it says continue down. Well, she already did this massive ability. Now, is there an opponent within line of sight? Yes. This one's an interesting one. She's going to roll 2 purple, 2 orange, and 2 red. You're going to count all the books on all these dice, and that's as much... sorry, it's spell 6. Oh, wait, sorry. I gotta... that's the damage. I gotta actually see if it hits. So it's going to be a teal. So teal... yeah, teal. 6 plus 5, that's 11. Oh, I can actually stop this. My conviction is a purple and a teal. So... trying to get less than that. Let's see. I missed. Okay, so now I'm going to take the damage. Let's take the damage. I'll count all the books, and that's the damage I take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. That's awesome. What a great mechanism. All right, and then she's done. There you go. Oh, let me just put the 6 health there. Okay, so there you go. That's the end of the round. My God. This is so painful. So I really want to know if anyone's able to defeat these people. I don't see how it's possible.